Well, after that very long video yesterday, sorry, I wanted to talk about something a little tangentially related to that. Years of acquiring. I would say I had a lot of these sets when I was young anyway, but I always threw out boxes. I never kept the instructions past whatever. Actually, I think I did keep the instructions, and I gave them to my buddy Jeff for his bricklaying store. I never kept the boxes. So I remember when I was a kid, especially with the classic space, they came in the nice boxes, and I flattened them, put them in the closet. So this is my, from 10 to 20 when I was doing a lot of buying. And there's one point where I had to clean the room, and Mom said, we really should get rid of the boxes. You don't need them. I mean, I know from our perspective as Lego fans that the back of the box is awesome. I mean, they have all the alternate builds back then. But I couldn't justify keeping the stack of boxes that I had. And this is, I'm not sure when the Megacore Magnetizer came out, but that was in the pile. The 6990 in the pile of boxes. And the Lego was sorted, not nearly to this extent, but I already had it in cupboards and totes and stuff. So I took that entire stack of boxes to the dump, the recycle center, and it's not a regret. It was something I had. I never cared about boxes, as some people do. Some people make it a point that you don't have the actual set unless you have the boxes and the instructions, because if you don't, quote unquote, it's just piles of brick. That's absurd. Straight up, that's absurd. This is not, well, technically it is just piles of brick. But they say anybody can just go and get the bricks, but if you don't have the box and you don't have the instructions, then you don't have the entire set. Don't care. You guys can collect the way you want to. I'll collect the way I want to. I'd rather have bricks than boxes. I'd rather have bricks than instructions. And I like, building my own stuff. Ish. Yeah, it's a take on whatever. But over when I was in my 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s and going to garage sales and thrift stores, I came across some boxes, and I actually kept them this time because I had my own house. So I didn't have to, Mom, get rid of the boxes. No. So I wanted to pull out some of my old stuff, and I didn't have this set when I was, so check out the logo. That's how old this is. I didn't have this set when I was a kid. I had some of the gears when I was a kid, and I can't remember what they came in. They didn't come in this set, and it was the gears after this one, the ones that worked better with the 2x2 chains. This one didn't, if I remember correctly. This one didn't mesh well. The original gears did not mesh with these guys nicely, and I'll try that later. But I got 1, 2, 3. Looks like people didn't want to throw out these boxes. Now, I think 2 of these 3 sets are not complete inside, like this one. So this one doesn't have the wheels and the 2x4 bricks, but it does have the turntables and all the gears. But I do have one, I think, complete, and I'm going to show you that right here. And this one, I paid $1 for it, right there, $1. It was at a flea market, and this one I got pre-internet. It was a flea market up in, I want to say, Hagersville. I drove out there. It was a flea market, and I went out there on the weekend. And maybe this is the complete one. One of these is complete. And I wanted to open up the down. And that before. Okay, so this one is complete, and even to the point, hardly ever used. Oops. Look at the gray on that tire, like it's mint, and the tire's glossy, and the 2x4 plates are not teeth marked. So this was not at the same garage sale or flea market. This was at a garage sale. I got 2, or was this? I did get this at one of our shows too. I got one of these sets, maybe 2 of these sets at one of our shows at the Toy Train and Doll show. I think it's these 2 because they both say top. So they're written, there's a little top written there. I got two at the same time, and I got this one there, and this one I don't think is complete either. And I don't know. Oh, yeah, so these two I got together, and I think it was one of our shows. And again, the gray tires are mint. I kept them this way because I got the storage space, and I don't need to take these things out of the box. So I kept all three of these, and I actually put at one point, I do quote unquote have an eBay auction because I did a lot of buying on eBay. I did some. Well, I didn't sell hardly anything on eBay. I sold instructions before Bricklink showed up. I sold on eBay or before Bricklink. I don't own a Bricklink store. I sold instructions for a while, and then I gave the rest to Jeff. But these I got at one of our shows, and I actually put one or two of them up on eBay 15 years ago. And I just put it up there, 99 cents to start, and nobody bid. And I'm going, who's interested in this, right? And this is 15 years ago, so this is well after these things were produced. I mean, this set was made before I was born, if I remember correctly. I don't know if this is a Samsonite set. Gears.
Dad, I left my water bottle downstairs. So can you bring it up and come up, please?
Hey Google, broadcast Josh. I'm making a video. I'll bring it up when I'm done. So give me a minute. I will take care of my kid. He loves Lego just as much as I do. So I did not. I couldn't sell these, and maybe I could again if I tried, but nobody wanted these sets.
Okay.
There you go. This one, I was working at, I guess I can mention their name. No longer exists. I was working at Laidlaw for a long time, tech support analyst, and I don't make it a huge secret that this is my hobby. Hey, I'm going to a Lego show this weekend in Toronto. Who wants to come? And you find out, oh, my kids would love to see it. So the word gets around. And then one of my friends at Laidlaw came to me one day with this set, 30, which again I had when I was a kid, and I think 40 or 50. And he just gave them to me. He says, we're 30-ish, almost 40, and he says, I don't want these anymore. Kids aren't interested. These were sets I had when I was a kid in the box. And he was one of those kids that wasn't me. That I do have a few friends, Leanne. I do have a few friends that when they buy Lego sets, they keep this set separate from the other sets. I can't comprehend that. And so he had this set and 50 all the pieces right in there. And he gave them to me, and I said, "Wow, like this is 40 years later." And I'm going, thank you. I'll pay you for it. And he says, no, that's Samsonite Canada. There's my favorite place. Back in the day, I got the big tour of it. That's another video. 1973, 4 or 5, whatever. This is like 10, 12 years ago, and I got these in boxes. I kept this one. The 50 box was a little damaged, like pretty damaged. I took the pieces out, put them in the collection. But this one I kept separate because why not? I don't need to put these pieces in there because I got, how many red 2x4 bricks do I need over there? So and big people, and one mint 10x20 base plate. So I do keep this separate, like a really good trans clear 2x4 brick. I want to wrap this up pretty quick because Josh needs his water. Also, this is my logo, the logo that I grew up with. So this is the logo in the generation before me. So this is the logo that my cousins grew up with. This is the logo that I grew up with, and you can see there's a little gap. There's a little yellow that comes all the way down the L. So you know there's a difference between this one and the newest one. Just that's a little bit of an FYI. This is not the modern Lego, although it's very close. You can, if you're pedant, if you're pedantic, you say that's not the newest Lego logo, which I won't even bother digging out of the box. Oh, and I got this one too, and I don't know why I kept this one separate, because this box is really beat up. I can't remember where I got this. I honestly can't remember. I got it quote unquote recently in the last decade. I got this box, and I think it was I think it was on Facebook Buy and Sell or somewhere else, or at a show, it doesn't matter. And it is a little more beat up, but still the base plate and all the bits are still in here. Little used, a little white is faded. Perfectly fine. I keep it set number 250 or 205 because it's got 205 pieces. So if you go on Lugnet and look up set 205, you'll see this one. It came out with a variety of different boxes, sizes for different countries, whatever. Gary would know all about that. But set 205, and they call it set 205 because it came with 205 pieces. So now this is my bin of old Lego. And so I got a variety, a plethora of these garage base plates. And I'll just keep them moving over here because they're always in the way. And I wanted to show you, this is what I was talking about yesterday in the video, milky white attachments. So this, you would put these on the bottom of the wheels and you'd have a train cars or whatever you wanted, a car pulling a trailer or whatever. So this is their original joiner between vehicles. Kind of cool. Over the years, I amassed a lot of them. A lot of them are used, and this is the 2x4 brick that I was talking about in the video yesterday. So this is the original Technic brick. Again, expert builder. It came out before Technic, but it came with the older ones came with the milky white axles. I don't have an example here with me right now because I actually have a 1972 service pack that's with Jamie at Brick Shack right now on display at his store. I might go back and get it because I got that from Italy. But this is a 2x4 brick that had all the Technic axle holes, and you can still use it to this day as that. So this is stuff. I'm gonna do a whole video on these things, so I'll get into that later. But this is a wheel brick that has the turner on it, and just a quick example. My buddy Ralph remembers this set, so do I. So this is what happens. You can actually steer it, which is pretty cool. This is early 70s, late 60s sets. What else do I have in here? Really quick. Oh, I do have the milky white axles. These are not white axles that you can get now, but these are the milky white. They're kind of translucent. And so I got lots of them. Again, from collecting and from my cousins and stuff like that. And this would be an original bushing, and you can see the little bar in the middle, the little line in the middle, which the new ones don't have. So this came in that little black car that I broke. I talked about in the last video. That's probably the one that came in that car, actually, because I don't have too many of those red bushings. I have a few, and I would think they only came from the car. I talked about these wheels in a different video, but until I saw Gary's video, I didn't know that for a year they didn't come with these wheels with that little wheel inside, the hub inside with the Technic axle hole. They came with the 9-tooth gear that fits into the tire differently. And so I used to get these tires a lot in lots, and I thought they were a knockoff because they wouldn't fit. You can see that. And I said, that's a knockoff of some company. It's not Lego, because Lego has the different tires. But then I saw Gary's post last year, and I'm going, oh, they are Lego. So, oh well, I do a lot of those tires out. So I'll get rid of that. And so this is what I'm talking about. So these are the 9-tooth gears, and I got a stack of them. And these 9-tooth gears work with these chains. So you can actually, this is the precursor to the Technic treads. This is the 1x2 treads, brick treads, whatever you want to call them, that came out in the mid-70s, and they were the bulldozer treads or whatever else. And I acquired reams of them. There's lots and lots. But then we get into, so there's two different styles of gear that they came out with. One was from, I think Fabuland used them. Again, I don't have a lot of Fabuland, but I'll show you the differences. So let's just look at yellow, for example. So this is the original that's in my 001 sets. And then this is the one that came out afterwards. and you can see there's a difference, and they don't work well together at all. These things have bigger gear teeth on them, and I think these ones work better. Yeah, so these ones are the ones for the gear chain. And they use these things as tables. They built these into tables for Fabuland characters and stuff like that. But these are the second set of gears. And they had the little red thing that make it, I guess, stronger. I'm not sure what that red thing's for. But that could be from Fabuland too. So they all have the holes all the way through. And these ones have little tiny holes in the studs. So there's different eras of the big gears. And then, again, lots of the red ones. I don't know how I got 7 or 8 of those. And then these are the bigger blue ones. You know, so there are 2 different sets of gears back in the day, and I just happened to acquire lots of them in the acquisition of sets and lots that I got back from the 80s and 90s and in the 2000s. This is one of my, I don't go in here a lot. So this is a garage door. I actually have, as I showed you yesterday, I didn't show you this part. I actually have a garage from that era. And this is what happens. And this is why you need those base plates over there. And you press down and the door opens. I think the car's stuck in there. So you press down and then you press up and then the garage door opens. Like that. Don't have too many working garage doors. They break a lot. And so not too many even made it to the half-century mark, unfortunately. So if you find the garage doors from that era, they're expensive and, you know, whatever. Many of my fire stations, whatever, came with Canada flags or stickers, and you can put whatever flag you want on it. So I made Canada flags a lot. The hospital came with the that flag. But this is newer, the actual Lego flag. This is the original. I have the flag set. So and this is, like, again, pre-me. So it's the older logo. Some sets came from the States. So I got a lot of those. There's a flag. But I do have even older than that, and I'm gonna see if I can put it on here because they should fit. There we go. An original Esso station gas, you know, tanks, not tanks, gas pumps, and that also came with this guy. So that's always cool. And then even the street lamps. So the old street lamps I got, again, I can't remember where I got them from. I got them for a long time ago. This one's broken. It used to have a street lamp on it, but it does say Lego somewhere. No, maybe it doesn't. And this is where I keep the old stop signs and parking signs, whatever. Union Jack. So that is my bin of flags and such. And then we get into, oh, this is where I kept this stuff. This is kind of an important bin. So again, when I was a kid, you either got the trans milky antennas or you got the solid white antennas, solid white, before Classic Space showed up, because Classic Space was just gray. But before that, sets came with TV antennas because everybody had TV antennas back then. And again, I have the garage doors with those things on it. And I actually have a few frames like that would go in there. So I have 3 working frames and 2 garage doors, or 3 garage doors. And you can see that they get damaged. This one's got a big, huge thing in there. And sometimes they were a 2-piece mold. So the thing, I'm not going to try. These would pop off or break, as you can see here, a broken side there. I think that was this guy here. So this goes there like that, and this guy would go into here. Go into here, but he's broken. So c'est la vie. That's what happens when you have old Lego. But I do have a ton of old antennas now on that specific level, Classic Space. So this is my bin of spares that I bring to the show sometimes, just in case I want to populate the entire layout with Classic Space flags. Because I have a bunch. And they only came in one set, the Beta 1 Command Center 698 6981. somebody else would know. 6970. So the capital ships were the 6980 and 801. The bases were 6970 and 71, if I remember correctly. So I have all these, and I won't get them all, but I have a lot of these gray antennas. Some are bent, unfortunately. That's what happens. I was trying to come up with a way of warming up the plastic so you can bend them back and let it cool straight again. I never came up with a perfect solution, so I'm not going to bother because I have enough good ones to not worry about it. And then I get my classic space flags. This one's really bad, but then I have this one, which I don't know who put the sticker upside down, but then that doesn't matter because I got this one. And then with the space guy that came in the collectible minifig, I mean, that's fantastic. And oh, sorry, this is the one that came with the space minifig. I absolutely adored it. And so I got a bunch of those because I want to make gray space minifigs. And this is a little bit sad. So this is a white trans clear shield, but the handle broke off. And so I only have 3 trans clear shields that are with the handle on, and 2 of them are in that radar original classic space set. So this is from acquiring for 40 years. I actually didn't bricklink any of this stuff. This came in lots that I got at garage sales, at thrift shops, at buying from friends from school. I never bought old Lego off the internet because I have enough at home that keeps me interested. And if I don't have it, I want to stumble across it. As I say, I'm more interested in the esoteric now. Hey, that looks really cool. I'm gonna go buy it now. I will say the one thing I do not have at all in my collection now. So this is the Conveyor Belt that came in a few sets. There's a Quarry, there's a few other sets. This is a Conveyor Belt that I have, and I got this and a lot last year. I never had any of those sets when I was a kid. I don't have the plastic that goes along with this because I believe, and again, I never owned it, it broke very easily. I found parts and pieces to that when I was getting lots when I was younger. And if it was broken, I got put into a broken bin, and either went to Janie, like I gave Janie my box of broken pieces a couple months back, or I don't know what happened to it, but I don't have a Conveyor Belt from the 70s, and it came in 2 or 3 sets. I just have the actual belt. I don't have the whole mechanism because it's a 1-part thing, and not worried about it. I'm really not. I do look into brochures, and oh yeah, that's the set it came in, and I mean, I can build the set. Obviously, I got the base plates. I got every green base plate they ever put out for the hospital and the fire stations and the quarries and whatever else. I got them all over there with all the little white dots on them. I kept all of them, and so I could build the entire set except for the conveyor belt. Oh well, I mean, not worried. I'm really not worried. So I'm going to wrap this up. I think I've talked enough. I wanted to talk about the old Lego that I've been acquiring all my life. This is something that I was doing when I was a kid, is that you can just make this thing into a loop. It's like that little wooden thing that my friends had that you turn around and a piece would flip all the way down. Or that wood gymnast would just go down the ladder. You know, this is something I did. This is something I picked up when I was 8. So as I said, I've been here in this hobby for my entire conscious memory, and I'm happy with it, and I'm happy that I have what I have. I'm happy that I have a box of what some other people consider useless gears, and I've actually used, and you saw it in one of my videos, I've used this as a roof in the space layout because it's blue and it's round, and I needed something that was blue and round, and this is perfect. So, can I get rid of a lot of it? Absolutely. I mean, there's no need for me to have, for example, I mean, I want to keep this, but you know, I don't need 14 gray antennas, and this is almost, like the guy was saying, it's almost hoarding But again, I wasn't doing it to hoard. I was just buying Lego sets off of friends for beer money, and that's where a lot of those antennas came from. Because they had the 926, and that came with 2 antennas. They had the Beta 1, that came with 1 antenna, if I remember correctly. And so I got them. And these antennas, these came when I was a kid. They came in some of the even numbered sets. They came in the house sets, whatever. And so most of these antennas I actually got for Christmas when I was younger. These doors just came in lots because this is pre-me, right? These were not around in the stores when I was 5, and that was a generation before me, and my cousins had those. So maybe some of those are from my cousins, I don't know. But I do have them. This one was cool because it came in one of those lots that I just got, well, I would say 15, 20 years ago. When I get a lot from somebody on Facebook buy and sell, or back then in the newspaper or flea market, I look at the box and I go, "Oh, this is ranging from 1965 to 1973 because it doesn't have any minifigs, a lot of basic brick, and it came with these things." Oh, okay. I don't think these things came in any set after 1977. I really don't think so. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert on this, but the milky clear antennas, I don't think they came in after 1977. I think after 78, it was just the gray antennas, period. They may have released some, but I look at the other pieces with it, and they look at the logos. So this logo as pre-1970, I want to say 1974, 1975 is when they switched to this logo. Maybe 72. I was a kid. I had a poster one time that had all the logos from Lego since they started in 1940, whatever, 1930. And it gave you the dates on them. I got that when I had the tour of Samsonite back in the day. I don't know what happened to that poster. It's gone. Sylvie, and I missed it, but it was a really nice poster. It had like the 12 or 14 logos, and it had all the dates beside it. I've lost stuff. I honestly have. I feel sad sometimes that I lost some stuff, like that poster, because it was a really cool poster. Got lost in a move. I don't know what happened to it. Somebody thought, oh, this is fish wrapping. I don't know, because it was paper, and it was. But it didn't make it here. So that's part of everything too. You lose stuff, and c'est la vie. So this is going off on way too many tangents now. It's already half an hour. I wanted it to be a very quick video, so I'm going to wrap this up by saying bye. So sorry for wasting another half hour of your life, and you guys all take care. I hope you found it reasonably interesting. If you have any suggestions, or you want to talk about something else, or you want to see something else in detail, also Kim and White, just drop me a line. I love that. I think you guys can see I love talking about this hobby, and I have a lot of stuff. People have bigger collections than I do. People have more sorted collections than I do. People have more specific theme related collections than I do. I have a general collection from basically 1965 to now, and whatever you need to know, I'll figure it out. You guys all take care, stay safe, stay healthy, stay masked when you're out in public, stay 6 feet apart, and I will talk to you guys later.